Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a declutter, and I have not done a dedicated declutter video in a while. And you guys, this declutter is probably one of my toughest declutters, but it needs to get done. So I'm gonna film this. I'm gonna show you guys why I'm getting rid of these fragrances. There are some that I just don't want to get rid of, but I have to. I have so much new stuff coming in, and I know when it's time for a declutter, when I kind of start feeling a little overwhelmed, when I kind of feel like I have too much, I like to do this. So honestly, there are some in here that have been favorites of mine, so you guys might be in shock when I say that some of these are gonna go, but it needs to get done. So with that said, if you would like to see the fragrances that I'm going to be decluttering from my collection, just keep on watching. You guys, so I'm filming this video, and honestly there are some that I'm not 100% sure about. I kind of went over my collection this morning. I was feeling very overwhelmed. Being a content creator, the more that I start receiving PR, which I am so thankful for, and I feel very blessed and grateful that I can share products with you guys and give my opinion on them. It's honestly a dream that I had for so long, but I just didn't know how overwhelming it can start to feel. Like when you have boxes and boxes of things and you just keep on like adding things, and you just, at least me, maybe there's people who don't mind, but to me, I just can't do it. Like there's something about it that just overwhelms me. I feel like I have to declutter. So these that I took out, there are some in here that there's a fragrance here that's limited edition that I know if I get rid of it, it's probably the last time I will see it, but I'm not reaching for it. So let's just get started. And I am going to be putting some of these on my Merari. There are some fragrances in here that might not be on my Merari that I might be giving to family, but I'm going to show you everything that's going to be leaving my collection. So I'm going to start off with some body mist that I'm going to be decluttering. I recently got rid of quite a few Sony ZV-E10 body mists. I'm only keeping 4 in total in my collection. I got rid of limited edition ones, and people on my Merari were going crazy because I was seeing the prices for some of these limited edition body mists, and it's insane. Like I put mine really cheap compared to other people. So I just I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm in love with these. This first one, from the start, I told you guys that it was not my favorite. I wish that it smelled like the body butter. This is number 59. So I have used about half of it. So I'm probably just gonna put this, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this. There's something about this that I don't like. I even forgot the notes. So there's vanilla orchid, sugar violet, and sheer sandalwood. I just don't like that violet mixed with the sandalwood one bit. Like the body butter of this smells so good, and that's honestly been a favorite this month. I've been using it almost every night, and I'm definitely going to be getting the big tub of that one because out of all of the body lotions and body butters that they have, that one is the best one. Trust me, it's thicker. You will feel it on your skin. Like if you put it on before bed, the next morning you're gonna feel so moisturized. But the body mist just didn't match up with the body butter, so it's a little bit more than halfway full. So I'll see if I put it for like a super duper like cheap price. Now this next one does have more. I would say way more than half. This one is Carioca Crush, which I really like. This one was in the limited edition from this summer. I just don't feel like crazy over it. It's really, really pretty. It reminds me of God is a Woman. It reminds me of Clean Reserve, Radiant Nectar, those types of fragrances, but I just don't feel like I'm going to use this one a lot. Or should I keep it? There goes my problem. Okay, clearly I sat down to do this declutter and I feel like I'm not ready. This one's a maybe. It's a maybe. We'll see. Next up is where you guys are probably going to be like, like, what is she doing? So there is this fragrance that I have always talked about in gourmand videos, in sweet videos, like sweet perfumes, and I fall in love with it every time that I spray it and talk about it, but when I'm going to wear it, it just feels so thick and sweet to the point that like I can't handle it. So it's a beautiful, beautiful perfume. This is discontinued. It's hard to find. So whoever gets their hands on this is a good one. This is Givenchy Live Irresistible. This is the EDP. And I've had this for a few years, and every time that I think about getting rid of it, I'm just like, no, it's limited edition. You're going to regret it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful smell. There is cherry in there. There's almond. It's thick. It kind of smells like a bakery. Like, it's so thick and gourmand and yummy and sweet, but it's just too sweet for me. And that's hard for me to say because I love sweet perfumes. But you see, every time I start smelling it on myself, I'm just like, damn, this smells so good. It smells delicious. It smells like you want to eat whoever is wearing this up. But then when it's time for me to reach for it, I never reach for it. I mean, you can see that there's like a very tiny dent. As much as it hurts, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. And I'm also going to be getting rid of this Givenchy perfume that I used many years ago, and I love this perfume when I used it back then. And I kind of craved it, and I remember it being super duper long lasting, so I wanted to bring it back into my collection. And I feel like I just don't like it as much as I used to. It's not really giving it to me. There are perfumes that you'll put them on and you're like, oh yeah, this smells nice, but it's not like mind-blowing, I'm in love. It's not that type of thing. So I think I should just let it go. And this one is by Givenchy as well. This one is very irresistible. This is the EDT. So these kind of have like similar bottles, and the performance for these fragrances is amazing. This one smells floral. It's like a warm, spicy floral type of scent, and I'm not a floral girl, but this one I used to love it so much. But I tried to wear it recently because it is on my perfume tray, and I'm just not feeling it. Like, it's just not me. And I have been going through like this phase where I'm kind of focused more on not having so much of things and really just keeping those like fragrances that just make my heart just so happy. My collection is pretty much at that point, so that's why decluttering has been getting much harder. But yeah, this one is going to be leaving my collection. Here's another one that I have mentioned to you guys that if I had to declutter this one, I wouldn't miss it. It wouldn't be like the end of the world for me. So I think it's time that I let it go, because again, the reason why I did this declutter is because my perfume, where I put all of my perfumes right there, it was getting to the point where I could barely fit anything. And I have 4 shelves. I have them divided by color, and there were a few shelves where it was like they were squeezing in there. It was getting a little crowded, so I did need to declutter. So some of these, I still think they're beautiful. I still recommend them. So this one is Valentino Donna Born in Roma Coral Fantasy. So I really liked this one because it does have a kiwi note. It's very tropical smelling, but I always did notice that it did get very musky in the dry down, and it didn't bother me, but sometimes it was a little bit more than I would like. And yeah, it's just not a complete all-time favorite, but this one is beautiful for summer if you want something a little tropical. It's like a tropical fruity perfume with a lot of musk. So yeah, ooh, you guys, this one was very hard for me. I have raved about this perfume a lot, but I have noticed that I rave about it and I think it's beautiful, but I'm not reaching for it as much as I would like. Yeah, I just think it's time that I let this one go. This one is by Juliette Has a Gun, and this is Magnolia Bliss. I know. This is a hard one for me, but I feel like I have other Juliette Has a Gun perfumes that I absolutely love. This one was a love for a really long time, but I feel like I'm just not reaching for it as much. As you can see, like, there's not too much of a big dent in here. It's definitely one of my most unique fragrances. It's definitely one of my most long-lasting fragrances, but I'm just not head over heels with it anymore. I'm not feeling it no more. You guys know I get tired of things after a while, so I think it's time for Magnolia Bliss to go. This next one, I'm only getting rid of this bottle because the brand sent me a new bottle, and I'm not trying to have like extra bottles laying around. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell this one because I do prefer when this fragrance is kind of like fresh, not so much when it's sitting for a long time. This is one of my favorite fragrances. So again, Nothing wrong with this. This is the 7 Virtues Coconut Sun. So I am going to be opening up the new bottle that they gave me. I'm going to keep that one, and this one I'm going to go ahead and sell. This has been sitting for a while, so the jasmine is a little bit stronger. It's definitely longer lasting. Everything smells thicker because it has been sitting for more than a year now. So yeah, and this one has a small dent. So these next 3 are, 2 of them I absolutely loved. They're limited editions. Again, I'm not going to be able to find them, but I'm over them. Like, I tried spraying them recently and I just don't feel the same way that I used to about them. It's been years that I've had these. And then the third one is one that I reviewed. I found it to be nice and I wanted to wait until fall time to see how I felt about it, but I just feel like I'm not going to love it. So I'm going to start off with that one. This is Kayali's Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. I love the bottle for this fragrance. I freaking love it. I think it's one of my favorite bottles that Kayali has came out with. And this has notes of candied pear, sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, and vanilla cream. There is way more notes than these, and I like the sweetness when it opens up. It's a nice fragrance. It smells sexy to me. I definitely was expecting something different based on the marketing that was done for this perfume and how much candy and bubblegum and just like super sweet things that they were putting for the marketing. I don't feel like this matches that. This to me is kind of like a mix of Kayali Vanilla 28, which I love, but then it's kind of to me mixed with La Belle, which a lot of people also find the similarities with La Belle, and I have never really liked La Belle like that. So I just don't, I know that this is going to sit in my collection. I'm probably going to use it just to use it and give it some love, but it's never going to be one that I'm super in love with. It just isn't. I much prefer my Vanilla 28, my Eden Juicy Apple. Those 2 are just my babies from Kayali. And then now, if she would release Maui in a bottle and Capri in a bottle, those 2, they will be in my collection because I am in love with those. They've only been getting better and better for me. Actually, Capri was not a love at first sniff, but she was just like, oh, you don't like me? Just wait and see what I'm gonna do. And I freaking love that one now. They both have like little dents, and I'm just, every time I use it, I get sad because I don't want to run out. So I'm praying that they release those in full-size bottles. But unfortunately, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar is just not for me. So again, nothing wrong with this one. I don't think that it was like horrible or anything like that. I actually think I gave it a pretty good review. It's just not my type of scent. Now this one, oh my god, I can't even believe that this is leaving, but I loved this so much. It was my favorite flanker from this line, and this is the last one that I have from this line, so maybe I'm just over La Vie Est Belle DNA. I went from having like 4 or 5 of them to literally my last bottle, which I love the notes that are in here, but I'm just done with that scent DNA. This one is La Vie Est Belle, and I think this one's intense. Not intense mint. I think this one's intense. This one has hazelnut and I believe whipped cream. So it's really nice for fall time, as you can see. Oh my god, it even hurts my soul to, I don't know if I should hang on to, I don't know. I just don't really like it anymore. But I remember how much I loved it, and I'm just like, okay, maybe just wait until fall time, but I need to make space, so I'm just gonna let it go. But this one is, imagine La Vie Est Belle DNA, but it's definitely creamier, kind of like tonic. It has that whipped cream. The hazelnut gives it like a nutty vibe. It's really nice. It's probably one of my favorite ones from that line, but I'm done with this one. I'm also going to be decluttering KKW Body 2, I think it's the name of it. I loved this when it came out, but recently I've just been picking up more of those florals. It gets a little heady for me, and this one was one that I really loved. It was one of my favorite fragrances for like vacation, kind of like beachy vibes, Tom Ford Soleil Blanc type of vibes. I think I'm over it. I'm just over a lot of these fragrances, and I think that's okay. Next up, I am going to be decluttering this one, which is an insanely high priced fragrance. By the way, I felt like this was not something that I needed to mention, but I have been doing giveaways in a very quiet way. I just finished doing a giveaway for one of the fragrances that I received from Noise. I was so grateful that they sent me a PR package, and unfortunately the perfume that they sent me was just not for me. And I wanted to find someone to give it to, and I had a subscriber who talks to me through Instagram. She watches my videos, we DM each other. We were talking about the Noise fragrances, and I felt this is a person who supports me. She's a person who watches my videos. She's engaging with me. We're talking. So I did a giveaway and I just asked her if she wanted the fragrance. So that to me just feels a little more fulfilling, because I don't have like random people just coming to my channel for a giveaway. I can't even mention that word because you'll have scammers coming to your channel. It's just a whole thing, and I don't like it. I don't like people getting scammed. I don't like none of that. So this one from Vie Canto called Cianuro. It's a beautiful fragrance. It reminds me of Dolce & Gabbana Dolce, and it is a ridiculously expensive perfume. I think this is like $400. It smells beautiful. It's like a floral. It's a little dewy, just like Dolce & Gabbana Dolce, which has like that floral feel to it, but it's like a dewy, wet type of floral. And this does the same thing, and it's beautiful. It's a little bit more sophisticated, all of that. But I'm okay with my Dolce, and I feel like I don't need extras in my collection. So I'm going to be decluttering this one. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with it yet. This one might be one that I might hang on to do another giveaway with, but I am going to be decluttering it from my collection. I'm also going to be decluttering a Juliana's Perfume fragrance, not because I don't like it, because I absolutely love this fragrance, but they recently sent a new bottle over to me, so I wanted to use that one up, and I didn't want to have two of the same scent. So this one is Call Me By Your Name. You guys, this is their old bottle, which I really like their old bottles too. This one is a sexy AF gourmand. It has a little bit of woodiness to it, but I think there's even chocolate in here. Gorgeous. This is such a good one. So I'm going to be keeping the new one that they sent me, and this one I'll go ahead and put it on my Merari for cheap, just as if any of you guys want to try it out and you love gourmands, sexy, just eat me up type of perfumes, this one's really, really good. All right, so here we have another Kayali fragrance. This one's a travel size. This one I actually really, really liked when I first got it, and I noticed that I'm just not picking it up. Like, I don't have any like desire to wear it. It was done really nicely. I did not try the other ones from this collection because I knew that they were not for me. So this is from the Oudgasm collection, and this one is Vanilla Oud. And this one, it's so sexy. Never mind. Okay, no. We're gonna keep this one. I'm gonna see how I feel about it fall and winter, because I thought I didn't want to wear it. You guys, what the heck? This is why I have a collection, because it's just hard to get rid of things. Like okay, that one's not gonna go. That one's not gonna go. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna put it back. This next one, I just finished doing like a first impression on this. This is a travel size. If anyone is interested, I literally only sprayed it like 2 or 3 times. And this one is by Net, and this is Coco Fleur. I thought I was gonna love this because the opening was so beautiful. When this dries down, I wanted to scrub it off of my skin. I wanted it off. It was like attacking me. I think it's neroli that's in here. Lately I can't do neroli. I don't know if it's neroli or orange blossom, but those 2 notes lately, they just have not been doing it for me. This is going to be leaving. I thought I was gonna love it because there's ambrette in here, there's coconut, so I thought it was going to be like a love. It's not. I don't like it. So there's that. And then this last one is just because I already have a full size. I'm not gonna use this. I already know myself. This came in a set with my MAC Turquatic fragrance. So this is just a roller ball of it. You guys know I am in love with this fragrance. So if any of you guys are interested in trying it out and you want a travel size, I'm gonna add that to my Merari as well. This has never been used. It is a roller ball, but I don't use roller balls. But if it's a nice way to try the fragrance if you're interested. So I am going to be putting that one on my Merari as well. That was a pretty good declutter, even though I literally put like 2 of the perfumes back in this video because I'm gonna be keeping them, but we did good. We did good. There are some that I'm sad about, but it's okay. There's so many new perfumes coming out and it's fine. I'm trying not to get attached to things so hardly. So that's going to be it from me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this perfume declutter. Let me know if there's any fragrances that you recently decluttered that maybe you didn't think you would ever declutter. I want to know. I'm curious about that. I want to know if I'm the only one that goes through these things, because I will be like in love with a fragrance and then like after a year or two, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. I don't really have signature scents. I can't commit to like one fragrance. I love trying different things. I love trying new things. So this is my way of just keeping it under control. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave my Merari link in the description box below. Check it out. And I am going to wait for this video to go live before I post any of these perfumes on my Merari. So I want you guys to be able to get your hands on them. I prefer when you guys are the ones that get them, because I just appreciate your support so much. I can't wait to chat with you in the comments section. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.